Good evening, everybody. This is Metal Rose, and this is Metal Rose's Metal History Corner. Here are a couple crazy things that happened this week in heavy metal history. On April 27th, 2010, Courtney Love and her ex Billy Corgan get into a crazy argument on Twitter. The Smashing Pumpkins frontman started bashing Love, accusing her of everything from not writing her own songs to abandoning her daughter Frances Bean Cobain. Long story short, basically Billy Corgan was pissed off because Courtney Love came out with this album, Nobody's Daughter, back in 2010. It was her big comeback album, and she used a bunch of his songs without his permission, supposedly. She counters that basically on the Howard Stern show and said basically she had the permission to use the music, but he's pissed off and trying to get attention or whatever. You be the judge. I mean, when it comes down to it, we all know that Courtney Love's music, well, at least her hit songs were written by Billy Corgan, let's not lie. Although that album that she did write, Pretty on the Inside's pretty damn good, I have to admit. I think as much as I love Courtney Love, out of the two, Billy Corgan's probably the sane one. So, I buy Billy Corgan's story. I don't know about you. On April 28th, 1990, Guns N' Roses lead singer Axl Rose married Erin Everly, the daughter of the Everly brothers Don Everly. They were married at Cupid's Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas. They divorced in January 1991 after only 9 months of a rocky marriage. Doesn't surprise me. Axl Rose is a maniac. On April 28, 2005, an appearance by Zakk Wylde's Black Label Society was canceled at the Big Easy nightclub in Idaho because Zakk Wylde allegedly caused damage to the nightclub with a baseball bat. Go figure. Police responded to a call about a possible fight at the club at approximately 3 p.m., the Idaho Statesman said. Witnesses claimed that Wylde used a baseball bat to cause considerable damage to the club's interior, a spokesperson told the paper. Wylde and another man were briefly detained by police, but the case was dropped when no one wanted to press charges. The Big Easy co-owner, Paul Thornton, told the Statesman that Thursday night's show was canceled due to illness and refused to further comment. Awesome. I'm not sure if this is like a victory for Zakk Wylde or what. I guess I'd have to do further research on this. But I always love it when Zakk Wylde destroys stuff and gets into like fights and gets into trouble with Ozzy. I don't know. Zach's just like the man. And he's from New Jersey, just like me. All of us from New Jersey are just a little bit crazy, a little dramatic, a little bit angry. You know, what can you do? On April 29th, 1980, Black Sabbath began their first tour with new singer Ronnie James Dio. I don't know how the rest of you feel about the Dio version of Sabbath, but I have a couple opinions. First of all, I want to say that the music is really great. You know, you get to see a whole other side of Geezer Butler and Tony Iommi that you really wouldn't see with the Ozzy version of Sabbath. But even at some point during the Heaven and Hell tour, Bill Ward actually left the band. So when you really start changing up like members of the band, I really feel like you should just change the name of the band. I think that they did the right thing when they made their comeback in 2007 by calling themselves Heaven and Hell. It definitely made me have more of an interest in the band, that's for sure. On April 29th, 1999, it was announced that Tommy Lee had quit Motley Crue to devote time to his new band and family, following his reunion with Pamela Anderson Lee. Lee's new band was called Methods of Mayhem. I don't know, I don't really think anything ended up happening with Methods of Mayhem. But I'm glad that at least he's back with Motley Crue until they finish their farewell tour. I want to wish a very happy birthday to Darcy Resky Brown, the former bass player of Smashing Pumpkins. On May 2nd, 1991, Nirvana booked into Sound City Studios in California for 16 days. On a budget of $65,000 and with Butch Vig producing, the band started recording what would become the Nevermind album. Nevermind's a pretty freaking awesome album. You know, who doesn't rock out to all the songs on that album? You've got to be crazy not to like it. It's just sad because it seems like kind of Kurt Cobain's demise happened because of that album. Not Not really going to comment too much further on that, but, you know, it's just a bummer. It's an awesome album, but again, a bummer. On May 2nd, 2000, Metallica did an online chat with fans about their Napster woes. I mean, I'm with Metallica on this. Napster completely destroyed music for what it is. I mean, I like to buy vinyl. I like to go to the store, buy some vinyl, put it on my record player and listen to it. But the fact that you can kind of get music, you know, online for free deters the idea of buying it. Like, why buy something if you could just listen to it for free? A lot of people, you know, dug that trend and ran with it. Unfortunately, now the music industry is completely screwed. There's no music industry. The only kind of money that artists can make is touring money, really. And it's a bummer. The metal band had also turned over a list of 300,000 Napster users to the company, asking them to be barred from the file sharing service. I don't know what kind of reaction I'm going to get. I might get people getting pissed off at me, but I'm with Metallica 100%. Metallica good, Napster bad. And last but not least, on May 2nd, 2013, sadly, Jeff Hanneman from the band Slayer died. There just aren't enough words to express how sad, I don't know, I am about this. It's a pretty big loss in the music business, and he's one of my favorite guitarists ever. God bless you, Jeff. I love you. And this Heavy Metal History Corner is for you. Do me a favor and go to YouTube and type in Redeemer of Souls by Judas Priest. It's a pretty rockin' new song, and if you love heavy metal, you're really going to love this song. And do me an even bigger favor and go to facebook.com/Orbinaut, which is Tony Bro backwards. Scroll down and you'll see that he's selling his CD Try to Stop Me for $5 because it's his 2-year anniversary. So you want to jump on that deal as soon as you possibly can. And check me out on www.youtube.com/Rosebud1313. See you all later. Love you.